welcome one and all to the Race Spec PS Pacific Endurance Saturday Series. And here we are this week at Albert Park, Melbourne, Australia. And what you're seeing on your screen at the minute is the old track. Of course, we're on the new track with the change turns 8, 7, and the faster chicane through that section. And this is going to be the first time we're racing on this circuit this season. And with me today, I have the one, the only, the legendary Mr. Ten Sandals. Ten, how are you doing tonight?
Black Moon, you know that I am doing fantastic, always fantastic. Of course, we are here at our home race, Australia. Should be a very spicy one. I am extremely keen for it, and I'm sure all the viewers will be keen for it too.
Yeah, well, where I am, the sun is shining, and it's almost time for super duper weather, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know about where you are.
I don't know about it. I've had a look at the weather for this week here, and it's all rain. We've been getting a lot of rain here at the moment, and maybe we'll get a bit of rain in this race tonight.
Well, that's just what I'm going to segue into. What is the weather over here at Albert Park? That's the question, because you know what Melbourne's like, they say 4 seasons in one day. Well, that sometimes very much happens here too.
Yeah, absolutely. No drivers coming out onto this circuit just yet. They seem to be taking their time just a little bit, maybe fiddling with setups. Maybe there is a bit of weather or something, so they're having to change quite a few things.
If there's anybody watching out there, if we can find out what the weather is like, that would be absolutely fantastic, because I'm keen to know. But yeah, a couple of guys coming out on the track. We've got a few new guys, few reserves, you know, changing up the grid every week, give you guys a bit of spice in your life. But we have Master Jedi here once again in Alpine, out on track at the moment. The only car, it's a bit quiet. It's a bit overcast too.
It is a bit overcast, and it is very quiet at the moment. Normally we see everyone come flying out of the pits, but yeah, Master Jedi didn't have the best race ever last week, but I reckon I still got good faith in this guy, Master Jedi. I reckon he can have a good race. He seemed pretty decent and quick. He just had a couple blunders, especially when he drove on that grass, and then yeah, as we saw everyone driving on that grass, they just completely had a horrible race from then on.
Yeah, it was touch the grass and game over for a lot of the guys. And hopefully they'll be trying to avoid that this week. Yeah, the Master Jedi there, just coming through that new part of the track that I mentioned, that slow chicane gone now to open up the sections. It's a shame there's no DRS there. I really, you know, I think that was the original plan, and it's a shame that they took that away. But Ten, take us through a lap on this Albert Park circuit.
Absolutely. Of course, we are coming down this DRS straight into turn 1. Very easy to invalidate on the exit. Doesn't cut the first corner, as you will see everybody else do come out of turn 2. Of course, we have another DRS straight here into turn number 3. A bit of a tricky corner, can lock up very easy. Master Jedi does not lock up at all. Get that car rotated back. Turn number 4, careful there on the power. Turn number 5, got to be a bit careful when your tyres get worn there as well, as you can lose the rear end. Of course, turn number 6 here, get the car rotating and take a bit of that curb, use all that exit curb. Very nice there from him. Of course, turn number 8, and now we have a very, very long straight past where that chicane used to be, of course, and we come slowly but surely into turns number 11 and 12. Downshift a couple times, get that car rotated, fire it back through, don't lose the rear end. He does not at all, and it takes it very beautifully. Of course, we have another little DRS straight here into turn number 13, another corner, very hard change into a very hard right hand corner there. Turn number 14 here, you've got to take a bit of that curve, get all the way through the exit. Turn number 15 here, get that car rotated, don't lock up, don't touch the grass going into that turn. And turn number 16, get that car taken very nicely. He loses the rear end a little bit there, as I was going to mention. Be careful losing the rear end through there, as many people have done it, and it is a 120.3 from Master Jedi there.
Yeah, laying down the gauntlet is Master Jedi with a 20.2, and we've got RS Spitty in the Mercedes and Banana Cake Pie alongside him, just a couple of slow-moving cars there. Did you see at the start that, like, the Alpha Tauri just off the side of the track there? I'm not sure what was going on in the wall.
I think he was just making sure that he was letting everyone through.
There you go, Mercedes, there's Lane as well, putting into, we got, the lap times are tumbling here as everyone's just getting settled into this track with Lane currently in P1 in that Red Bull, but plenty of boys yet still to come across the line here, such as the Aston Martins of Seb and Prince here. Prince is a pretty damn fine qualifier and proving that point exactly there with 117.5. The lap times are coming in thick and fast.
Yeah, absolutely. Couple drivers still just kind of cruising and schmoozing at the moment. Some drivers, such as Pleb, still not coming out of the pits. We didn't see him come out of the pits for ages last time, so don't know what he's currently thinking and doing again. But yeah, still plenty of drivers to complete a lap here.
Yeah, and I've just had a weather report from the outer limits of Melbourne, and guess what? It's dry quali, but rain into the race about 20 odd 30 minutes into the race, so maybe that's why some of the boys are just taking a little bit longer to come out on the track, just having a fiddle with the setups and deciding which way they're going to go with that.
Yeah, absolutely. That will be very interesting. I wonder whether it's going to go heavy rain or if we're just going to see some light little rain and a bit of inters, or are we going to go full wet? That's a real question.
Well, yeah, and you really want something raceable here, especially in that curb on the background there. It's some of the tricky curbs around here. It's a difficult track. It's just it uses all the track on the outside there, on the grass and on the exit. Yeah, you really want something raceable. As you saw last season, we had a full wet race around here, and that caught out a lot of people here. You want it's definitely on the higher side of the downforce. A couple more straights compared to last year, so it will be interesting what these guys go with setup wise.
Absolutely, and couple more drivers just finishing their lap. Spicy finishing his first lap, obviously not a very representative time for him. Still a lot of drivers not to do a lap yet. A bit interesting.
Yeah, Andre there on a lap currently, and just gets that first chicane nicely hooked up. Oh, and it seemed like it's just a little bit too hot on the brakes there, but he got it stopped in time. There's a slow-moving Haas coming up. I wonder if, yeah, his Crazy Kiwi's dropped it on a curb, probably around here on the wall on the left. Luckily, not impeding Andre too much as he smashes that inside curb there in that new section. It's a much higher speed corner now through that, really flowing through this section. They've definitely made it more flowing. I'm not sure if it's going to aid in the overtakes as much. I think if there was still that DRS section there, that would definitely have helped. What are your thoughts on the changes to the track layout?
Look, I think it was alright. I think the changes to the track layout weren't the craziest thing ever, but I think with the car regulation changes as well, I think they worked pretty well together. So, I mean, we got some good racing, and hopefully we get more good racing every time we come back to Albert Park. And of course, we're the third race in now, so we've lost our first spot, which is a bit sad, but we get a bit better time of year, don't we, for us?
Yeah. It is a shame that we lost that number one spot. That was part of the big appeal of this this track there. Andre putting it into P6 with a 19.3. Yeah, it definitely was a big appeal. You know, seeing the cars on track for the first time and not really sure where the order was. It was a huge, in my opinion, a huge positive to the track. Unfortunately, we don't have that anymore. But I do think the track changes for the better, and I do enjoy driving around here, especially some of the re-profile corners such as turn 11 and 13. I think that actually is a big improvement. It's a small change but big improvement, likewise with the turn 3 and turn 4. But this is quite fun, this middle section here, this high speed flowing section, and yeah, it's just a big, I think we'll see a few overtakes here, good slipstream opportunities coming up to the 9 and 10 high speed chicane. It's still there, pretty much exactly the same as it was before. If I'm not mistaken, they re-profiled the curbing a little bit on the exit through there as well.
I've actually got no clue, to be honest, but this corner is completely different, and it's actually a bit of a tricky corner actually to hook up.
Yeah, there's a big nasty on the inside. There's that sausage, big red sausage. Same again with that section there. It's a pretty horrible looking curb, but Roscoe there expertly navigating those two, avoiding that big red one and using the lighter yellow-green one, and he puts it in P4 with an 18.6, though. Very respectable there. Very tight between him and Buster also at the top.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty competitive grid last time, and I'm sure it's going to be pretty competitive again this time. Bomb is just about to finish a lap, and yeah, it's also a very nice time there, putting in provisional P3. And who was that? Who was just behind him? That was Bags as well, who just finished a lap, and also putting in what, provisional P6, so just ahead of his teammate at the moment.
Yeah, and AlphaTauri's sitting very pretty up there in P3 and P4. We've got BP on a lap as well, and we know he's a very quick lad, and this will be interesting to see where he gets sit. And you know, once again, Vision and Prince very close at the top there, at the top end of the field. And yeah, BP just coming around the final corner now. What is he going to have to say on it? And Plevs also too on a lap there. BP P3 and 18 dead as Vision extends the lead, takes the provisional pole with a 17.3. And what has Plevs got to say about it as he's halfway around at the moment? A couple of cars going slow at the end of the lap there, a little bit of traffic, but Plevs should be fine there. I don't think he'll be encountering too much as he comes into the closing stages of this lap.
Yeah, absolutely. Lane just finishing a lap there, not improving by the looks, unfortunately. Who else? I think I saw no one else is currently on the lap. Next one across the line for a lap is Plebs.
Yeah, a little bit of oversteer on the exit of the turn 11. And I think that would have cost him a couple of tenths there, just a bit longer to get on the power and make that correction. So whatever he puts in here, which is a 17.7, we know full well he's got another couple of tenths up his sleeve in that Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, and of course, next driver across the line is Prince OK, provisional P2 at the moment. Where will he improve to? And he does take the provisional pole position, improving very well, might I add, and is currently sitting another 2 tenths ahead of Vision.
Yeah, they're just to and fro, those two guys there. Just pop one in, and then the other one puts another quicker one in, and the last guy still to set a proper lap, well, a lap, any lap, is Kickbutt Kiwi in that Ferrari, just coming across the line. Now, what can he do? And puts it in P10 with an 18.7 there. Not too shabby. Very congested in that midfield once again from P7 down to P11 there. Quite a few cars within a couple of tenths, and then who was that? Was that Spicy? I was half keeping an eye on. Yes, he hadn't set a representative time yet, and he did yeah, in P3 there, so good job from him. Alfa Romeo's now taking the initiative there with 2 cars in the top 5.
Yeah, absolutely. Just currently watching Banana Cake Pie's lap. Not looking too bad at the moment, although he's only up 2 tenths, which isn't going to be enough to really give him any position. So hopefully he can get a really good final sector here, as it is looking pretty clean, but he invalidates. Oh, just a very easy little invalidation there. Still going to complete the lap for some reason, so maybe he's just going to see what he could have got.
Yeah, I was just about to say, actually, on the exit of turn 11, he was all 4 wheels off the track there, and I'm surprised the game decided not to invalidate him there, but then it sort of rectified that on the exit of 12 as well, all 4 wheels. Using all the track was Banana Cake. He really likes to absolutely wring everything out of that car that he possibly can. It's very congested in that last sector there. There's what's going on at the back here?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just all the drivers looking like are they all on a lap, or are they all starting a lap? I think a couple pitting, a couple starting a lap, Roscoe starting a lap. So yeah, a lot
they're
of
all
cars
becoming on their final runs now.
Yeah, Seb is about to finish his lap here. It looked pretty clean. I presume it's a decent improvement, and no improvement there from Seb, unfortunately. A bit of a shame that he hasn't told all his mates. We don't have the said fandom in here.
I think he might actually be starting a lap, because he had a full battery, so...
Is he? Maybe double out lap?
Yeah, just getting some temperature into those tyres, so you thought maybe struggling a little bit with that. And it's usually pretty tough on the temperature and tyre wear is Albert Park, being a street circuit, and it's pretty relentless around here. But now there is, it gives you a bit time for your tyres to breathe around this section in the minute where there used to be that little chicane. So maybe it won't be as too bad on these guys. But of course we don't forget there is some rain forecasted for the race, so that's definitely going to throw a curveball for these guys. They all seem to be comfortable on that curb there, on the exit of 10 in the high speed section. So that's good to see.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I'm wondering whether our game's a little glitched, because it says outlap and then it doesn't say they're on an outlap all of a sudden halfway through their outlap. So a bit weird.
Okay. Well, as long as we're not seeing different cars in different places, that's the important thing. Marginal improvement up to P12 for 18.9 into the 18s, and I dare say we're going to see a lot of improvement now as the track really rubbers in. The guys stripping all the fuel out of their car and going for that one final hard run. And yeah, like I said, very congested in that middle part of the lap. Sorry, not the lap, the field. And what can Buster do here? AlphaTauri here, really, all the guys using all of the track, and what can Buster do? Unfortunately, is hit a wall. That's not ideal for him. That's going to be his qualifying over. Yes.
Yeah, a bit of an interesting spot to drop it there. I presume it was off that curb.
Yeah, it was. It was using too much of that curb. Too eager, probably on the throttle.
Vision, unfortunately, was looking like he was having a pretty decent lap, but coming out of the second last corner, lost the rear end and almost went around. Caught it very nicely and just quickly peeled off into the pit, so he might be able to quickly pit and get out and try and do another lap.
Oscar's just come in now, so I dare say that's his qualifying over. We're going to start to see all the guys who are going to be setting times now coming out onto the track. But I think I just with Buster on the curb. Yeah, here we go on the replay cam there, and but yeah, and then unfortunately just dropped it on the outside of that. So ending his qualifying a little bit early. Why is my replay stuff not? That's alright. Yes, it's going to get very, very busy now. I think to the end of this qualifying session, the first guy that is going to be starting a lap is going to be Lane in the Red Bull. So we will watch him around. Oh, and he's gone round, and that was.
Just warming up his tyres a bit more.
I wonder if he can get
going.
Yeah, that's gonna cost a fair amount of time. So yeah, that might be unfortunately for him. That might be him done their BP heading down into turn 1 now. And getting a little bit better of a start to the lap, and they're fighting for position at the second half of the track there. You see, there's a Ferrari.
Absolutely.
Bit of squabbling for track position as BP heading through the first sector. Now, what can he do? Can he improve on his time? Move that Haas further up the field. And there's a yellow flag as well. He's up 3/10 on his time, so he's run on a decent one, but he's going to need to squeeze out a little bit more than that if he wants a challenge for pole today. Keep an eye on this lap now as he heads through the infamous 910 high-speed chicane by Brocky's Hill. Nicely hooked up through there, using plenty of the curb, no issues. Hi there, Banana Cake Pie. Shouldn't you be on a lap at the moment?
He is on a lap, and it's looking good at the moment. He's up 2.5 tenths. Come on, Banana!
Coming into the final sector now. Don't throw it all away here. It's got 2 corners. Got to get on that power nice and clean. Don't get too hot. Oh, yeah. It's pushing hard. A little bit squirrely coming out of that. What can BP do? Moves it up to a 17.5 and 17.4. Puts it in P3. Will anybody else have anything to say about that? That is the question. Bobton's done. There's a couple of guys retiring in the pit lane. There's an Aston Martin of Prince on a lap next. He's got provisional pole currently. And sorry, no, that's Seb. That's his AI. That's yes, using all the track. He's got provisional pole, so he doesn't need to improve currently. I think he's going to have this one, but here he goes anyway. I'm sure he wants to set that slightly quicker lap now. Banana cake in P9.
Ooh, good improvement there. Very nice.
And he does
Prince.
into the
Oh.
16s. Wow, well, Andre there, P13 for him. Another Mercedes of Spitty there, P15 can only do. The Alfa Romeos cross the line and they're done as well. I don't think we're going to see the last guy, Kickbutt Kiwi. But yeah, Prince, look at that, going even quicker.
Wow, I mean, if that pace is anything going to be like that in that race, then he's just going to drive off into the distance, isn't he?
The,
4:10 at the moment.
wow, yeah, that is a sizable margin. Very tight though for the rest of the field there. Those guys, Vision, BP, Spicy, Salami, and Plebs there, all very close together. And then Roscoe, Bags. Roscoe there, the last car in the 17s, then Bags starting off in the 18s there in the Red Bull. And yeah, and unfortunately a couple of guys there, Crazy Kiwi being the one stacking it early, not really getting a time in. That's going to be qualifying for today in Albert Park, and I just, yeah, dominating from Prince.
Yeah, absolutely. Need some little tips from Prince. Bloody, he's gone from being already a good driver to this season just being, I don't know, couple
Monster.
bloody 100 steps up. It's crazy. What have you done, Prince? What G Fuel do you have?
Yeah, what's the secret? We all want to know.
Yeah, what's the magical pill? I don't want to put in the effort, just give me the magical pill.
Now the question is, when is this rain going to be hitting us? That's what I want to know. What strategies are we going to go for here with the tyres? That's could be a big factor, but you'd think medium, right?
I think medium, yeah. 20, what did they say, 20, 30 minutes in?
A third of the way in the race?
Yeah, about a third of the way. I'd presume you'd just jump on that medium tyre, stick it out to when that rain starts to come, and then, yeah, I don't know, which tyre to when you need to, and hopefully survive.
Leave that. And just waiting for it to load in here. Hopefully we'll see plenty of overtakes with the updated track layout around here. And I think, is definitely a bit of a plenty of straights to use it on. So I think that could be a bit of a thing to keep an eye on. People battery just getting used up very quickly. That is going to put you on the back foot. Here
Absolutely. Alrighty, let's check these tyres.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
That is a... well, that's going to make it interesting. There's our provisional pole... our pole sitter, Prince, OK10, on the hard tyre. And there, just to make it exciting for us watching at home, Vision on the medium. This is going to be a good start. If he can get that good traction off the line on that medium tyre and control the race there till the rain goes, it could be on the money here. BP in P3 on the hard, along with Spicy Salami on the second row there. Third row, we've got Plevs in the Alpha and Roscoe in the McLaren, both on the medium tyre, so BP and Salami are going to have to keep on behind them. And then, really to throw a curveball into that one, we've got Bags in the Red Bull on the soft. He's going to be lightning off that start, and Bompton alongside him, and Kickbutt Kiwi on the hard, so he shouldn't have too much to worry about behind there. Lane on the medium going for from P10. Banana Cake on the soft, he's going to be aggressive, definitely one to watch off the line there. We know Banana Cake well. And Buster on the medium tyre, Andre on the softs also. Do these guys really think they can take that to the rain? We'll have to find out and see. Seb on the hard, Spitty on the mediums, and then the two at the back there, Master Jedi and Crazy Kiwi on the hard tyre also.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, some pretty interesting strategies around here. So, I mean, what are the soft runners thinking? Are they going to do a soft rain, or are they going to do soft medium? They reckon that might be what you have to do to rain. I don't know. It's... The drivers have more information than what we do, which is a bit sad. I feel like we need more information in the box. Why can't we get that information, game? But,
exactly that. I'm trying to have a peek at the tyre temperatures of the front guys. And Prince desperately trying to get temperature into those hard tyres. And what camera angle are we going to get? I'm really worried about that camera angle there, so I'm going to sit with this at the minute and hope that the game decides to give me something where I can see. And the car's now all onto the grid, just waiting for those lights. 2, 3, 4, 5. And away they go, a little bit slow at the front there. I think the Haas of BP had a great jump on there, but then Vision bogs down a little bit. And here they come down into turn 1, side by side, a bit further down, but they all seem to just about get through. There's a bit of scuffle at the back there, positions changing, and there's a Red Bull that's unfortunately gone, and that's Lane Everingham in the Red Bull there, who has had an incident.
Oh, there goes a couple little more switches and changes. There's a nice little 2x2 here at the moment. Yet still, who is that? That is Bompton and Kickbutt Kiwi. Of course, Andre's poking his head in around the outside here. Breaks late, looking for that outside move. Gets that move complete, but it's still scuffling here as, well, I think they're a little bit more sorted out. But I think there was a couple cars who were looking like they were side by side up ahead. No.
Just this group here was sort of going defensive, and Spitty tried to go around the outside and got cut off, so that was never going to work around the outside there. But then they get back down into single file as this battle sort of sorts this out. However, we've got Bags having a look at Vision down into turn 11, and yeah, not getting the run on hit on that soft tyre.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, a couple little more position changes. Who's that going very slow? Bomb. He's unfortunately, looked like he went real deep, had to get heavy on the brakes, and everybody's just kind of filed through on him, unfortunately. And yeah, it looks like Bags looking for a move here, of course, on Vision up the inside. He's going to try and attempt using lots of airs late on the brakes. They're still side by side. Oh, a bit of a squeeze there onto that curve, but Bags managing to get that position off Vision there.
Yeah, he gets through that nicely there, recovering some positions. He's got to push on those softs. He's got to make ground up. He can't let Prince get away. Make good use of those soft tyres. BP having an excellent start there, along with Plebs. Vision really losing out. He seemed to get a decent launch, but in that second phase, it just seemed to bog down there. As Banana Cake's having a look at Spicy, and Banana Cake's had a good start too, also on that soft tyre. So yeah, those boys making good use of that tyre.
Yeah, absolutely. I was on board with Banana Cake Pie for his race start, and he just blitzed off of the race line start box. So you got 3 people straight away, and is sitting behind Smilly at the moment, and obviously seems to have the pace as he is looking for moves.
Yeah, I think he's going to have a look here at Spicy, trying around the outside just quite late there, but just manages to poke his nose in around the outside. Excellent move there from Banana Cake Pie up into P6 for him.
Yeah, very, very nice move there from Banana Cake Pie. Of course, needs to get that head down, make sure that he closes up as quick as possible to those guys just ahead, as they that little battle ever so slightly made that gap spread.
Fastest lap changing hands there about 5 or 6 times there. Bags eventually claiming it. Of course, he's on that soft tire. DRS enabled this lap. Bags is on a charge, I think. I think he's going to be the one to watch it in this first phase of this race.
Absolutely late on the brakes, very late on the brakes there. Whew, almost going straight on, and managed to avoid all the other cars very nicely, but yeah, and not losing any positions, but whew, good save there.
Yeah, well recovered and live to fight on another day, but Plebs is definitely going to be feeling the pressure, I think.
Oh,
from
Spilly. Spilly is around, and I think there's more
a couple of
cars
as
well.
well. There's
more cars ahead. Who is that? Seb Buster's in the wall as well.
Whoa.
What happened there?
I don't know, but I think Buster's going. I thought his wheel was sideways there. He's got no front wing, though. And what about neither has Seb. What happened there? We missed that. I'm guessing there was a bit of... someone probably went round.
Big touch here from Master Jedi and Crazy Kiwi. Had a big bump there going through the very, very fast chicane. But luckily, I think they're both still running. So, Crazy Kiwi falling out from that, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, that brings Lane back into the race. He's right in the thick of it in that pack there after his little misadventure at the start. But yeah, these guys missing. Oh, Lane almost into the back of Bompton there, who's going super slow from that wing damage around the outside. Lovely camera angle there. Goes crazy Kiwi, but they're going to both be in the pits for damage. And I'm going to hypothesize that these guys had an incident coming out of turn 5. Someone dropped in on a curb, went round, and then got collected. And there's a right old scuffle happening here for P1. They've all closed on itself.
Oh,
And
Spilly, I think is binned it coming through the final corner. He didn't go into the pits from what I saw, so I think he's binned it on the final corner, and we got a safety car.
yeah, oopsie there for him. Spitty ruins my race, says Buster in the chat. And it's probably going to be...
Tell us what happened, Buster.
Yeah, well, what happened? Easy in the pit. We don't want to interrupt him whilst he's driving.
Yeah,
but,
we don't really want to interrupt. But he's driving and typing, so I mean...
Yeah. And yeah, so I wonder if that's going to...
Safety car as well. Pull him in. We'll talk to him.
Get him, we need a direct feed straight to him. Yeah, unfortunately we missed that, so can't really comment. Went around, sorry Buster, yes, I thought that was gonna be the case. Probably went round on the outside. It's quite narrow, high speed through turn 5, and you've got to get the line just right, otherwise you know, if you touch that inside curb or the outside, it's very easy just to go around and do exactly what just happened there. And I'm presuming the other guys are right behind him and just got collected. And what's that? BP is in the pit?
Yeah, he's boxing, which is a bit interesting. He also seemed to have overtaken Prince when he come into the pit, so hopefully he didn't get anything from that. I'm sure it would probably just be like a return position in time, so he would have been fine.
Strange they're choosing to went half throttle, just clip the inside curve from Spitty. Yeah. So that answers that question. Unfortunately, going around there on that narrow part with a few cars falling, you probably, unfortunately, collected the guys there, getting caught up in that incident. Not much you can do really around there, unfortunately. And yeah, BP giving up track position. I'm not sure about that one. Especially if there's supposed to be rain.
Maybe the rain's coming sooner. Maybe the rain's coming sooner than we thought.
But then why give up? Why give it track
Maybe
position?
he just thinks the soft tyres are so OP. After all, we did see Banana and Bags absolutely flying on them.
Maybe he wants to give us something amazing to watch. What did I see here? I think this is this move by Bags here, who is looking for a move on Plebs. Plebs defending the inside, and then just Bags getting way too hot in the brakes, almost into the back of BP. Manages to recover it, so no, done in the end there.
Very, very scary moment, wasn't it? Just looked good, looked like he could brake just slightly late, just broke way too late. But yeah, managing to collect the car very nicely and not lose any positions or really any time from it. So, I mean, it still worked out well for him.
There's not many people on the hard tyre. I'm just looking at the tyres at the moment. Only 4 of the guys on hards, and I feel like it's gonna, well, you know, a hard tyre, restart, it's a bit overcast. Might struggle just to get a bit of temperature. They could be very vulnerable on this restart, I think. Especially, there seems to be more and more guys on that soft tyre, which is quite interesting to see. Yeah,
well, I'm wondering if maybe some people have decided to save their hard tyre for the end of the race. Maybe it comes back dry or something, so I don't know. Again, we don't have the weather like fully just in front of us, which I wish we could have, because I mean, it's a bit silly that we don't, but oh well, not much we can do.
Yes, Cody's, if you're listening out there, please bring in some...
Oh, back Banana Cake Pie in the chat saying rain! Apparently I do see some raindrops on my screen. Ooh, it's coming.
Well then, really, there goes, you know, BP then choosing to pit is probably a mistake.
Really bad.
Yeah, he's just given up a whole bunch of positions. Obviously, we get the privilege of watching this race from everyone's perspective unfold, and it's a bit harder to make decisions on the fly.
Really light rain, so maybe the rain won't come for a fair bit, and it's just going to be light rain for a while. Therefore, the softs will actually be probably the much more preferred tyre.
Yeah, I definitely saw some raindrops there, so...
Oh yeah, it is spitting.
Safety car in this lap. That's going to make it very difficult for the hard runners to get temperature into their tyres now.
Absolutely.
As well.
And of course, it all comes up to Prince with how much pace he wants to actually take when going in. And he doesn't seem to be going very quick. He seems to be going nice and nice slow. So making everyone else struggle a lot to get their tyres warmed up.
Is he going to go? I would imagine he'd go as late as possible. I don't see really, unless he wants to try and get some temperature into his tyres by going early. But yes, Jeff said rain in 5 laps before Jeff. Yeah, we all still believe he's Jeff, right? It may be Mark's voice, but it's Jeff's lines. It's Jeff's ideas, and I think he's gone already as Spiddy. I mean, not Spiddy, Prince.
Yeah, Prince has gone.
Yep.
It looks like he's got a decent gap as well already. Wonder if anyone else is nice and close at the moment. Not really. Only closest driver seems to be Kickbutt Kiwi to Lane at the moment.
Yeah, and Kickbutt on those soft tyres. Can he do anything? Doesn't really seem to be gaining any speed whatsoever on Lane. But Lane's got a little bit wide, and that's allowed Kickbutt through. And it's going to be side by side now, heading down to turn 3, and yeah, he's through. Nicely done there. Opportunistic move by Kickbutt Kiwi.
I don't think he's done though, as he's already closed nice and close up to Master Jedi, and of course, Master Jedi having a bit of a moment there. Is he going to look up the inside? No, he does back out just a little bit there, making sure he doesn't run into the rear of him. But we have a very, very long straight here. Is he going to attempt to move? Yes, he's going around the outside. Seems to have a lot of overspeed at the moment, although that overspeed seems to have chilled out a bit now. Got that move done, but there is a move just behind by the looks, I believe. That was crazy Kiwi and Lane.
Lane's lost a whole bunch of positions. I'm guessing he's just struggling on that tyre warm-up there. He's got a little bit wide through the high-speed chicane too.
Yeah.
And yeah, just some of the guys getting the tyres switched on and some of them not.
Yeah, BPV8 already up 2 positions off that safety car restart, just making that move there on Roscoe Arm, and of course is already right behind Spicy. Is he going to be able to attempt to move here on this straight, open the ERS just a little bit? Doesn't seem to have the speed behind him, but he's going to close up a lot more. Of course, he takes that fastest lap there, looking up the inside a little bit. Nice and cautious on those brakes there, and he's got a good exit here. He's on the ERS, going to look up the inside here. Looks like this move is going to be done before the corner. I know it's still side by side, late on the brakes a little bit there from Spicy, and BPV8 managing to get another position already, so up 3 positions from that safety car restart.
Yeah, Master Jedi, of course, one of those 3 guys on that hard tyre, really struggling on the restart, just dropping a whole bunch of positions. And Jeff will never ever be forgotten, Spiddy. He will always be Jeff. He will always be Jeff. It's getting very tight at the top here. Prince not seeming to... I thought the longer he stays ahead, the more chance he's got, but these guys are still closing it down on him. Maybe he's still struggling on that tyre temperatures. Just getting them up to temperature. Let's just take a quick look at Kiwi move, because I just thought it was great there. Opportunistic move on a lane as he makes a mistake into turn 1, and through he goes. Slow coming out the final corner was Plebs there. There's a couple of BP also looking at Banana Cake Pie, so there's moves happening, and DRS is still enabled, so it's not wet enough. BP last minute jumps out. I thought he was going to run into the back of him. Banana Cake holds on round the outside, so good job from him there. We've got a yellow flag. Someone's gone around in the final corner. That's Master Jedi, again probably struggling on that hard tyre, and the rain is definitely starting to come down a bit heavier now.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'll just quickly flick to Master Jedi, see whether he has any damage for you. Yeah, he has no front wing, unfortunately, there for Master Jedi. So into the pits, does he take the gamble of popping on the inters already? That is the real question.
Well, if he's got damage, I mean, I would. What else?
Yeah, BPV8 making a move on Banana Cake Pie as well. Side by side, still going through the high speed chicane. Oh, and they touch. Banana Cake Pie is around. He is off into the gravel trap. Hopefully he does. He's getting really close to that wall. I didn't really want to touch him there, but yeah, Banana Cake Pie losing out there. And of course, there's also a position change from that race lead as Plebs managing to get past Prince.
Yeah, I just missed that. I was keeping an eye on BP, and yeah, Plev's getting past, I think, with the DRS down into turn 11, and now that his DRS assisted, and I dare say Bags is going to be having a look too on Prince down the straight. It's a drag race. They're pretty evenly matched, really deploying all the energy, but Bags is going to have the inside, leaves him space, only just though, has to use the curb, a little bit of contact too, and but through he goes. They've both got DRS, and that's killed the speed of the Aston Martin.
Though. Oh, around the outside, he's going to try and attempt it, but no. Prince placing his car very nicely there and managing to hold on. Again, yeah, these hard tyres absolutely suffering off this safety car restart, and with just the slight spitting of the rain. Oh, Vision getting very close to the rear there of Prince. Of course, BPV8 on those fresh softs as well is just right there, and I'm sure he's going to be hungry to get through those guys too.
Jedi, they're picking up a 5-second penalty in the pit lane speeding. Got to avoid those kind of things. Also, Bompton there, the first one, picking up a penalty for some warnings. Brass says banana cake in the pie. He is not happy with that move of BP on the high-speed section there. BP going through. He's on a charge. Takes Vision into turn 11. And, yep, sneaks through before the braking zone. And next one up the line is Prince, who I don't think he's going to be holding on too long on the hard tie. Plevs has just done enough to... maybe not quite keep that 1 second gap on Bags. And I don't think he's just managed to do it. No, not quite.
Yeah, BPV8 going to be able to make this move on Prince here with this DRS. It looks like a very easy move, completely done before the corner, and of course he will still have the DRS in front of him.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed a bit unnecessary. He's almost back where he started, and just for a lot of extra effort. So
I mean, but his pace seems good. I reckon he can take that first spot off these guys ahead. As yeah, his pace just looks really good on the softs at the moment.
Yeah.
Ooh, banana cake pie.
Turn 1.
Making a spin, yeah, through turn 1. Unfortunately, of course, Master Jedi is on the Inters tyres at the moment. We'll keep a little bit of an eye on him and see how they are going at the moment.
Yeah, well, you got to risk it for a biscuit, right? Where he is in his current position, it was probably worth a risk. But the water doesn't really seem to be collecting on the track. The cars, the rain light enough that the cars are clearing it away. BP goes through on Bags, and he's gonna test that, try it around the outside, and he's completely missed his braking point again and goes off onto the curbs. So that's BP through pretty easily. And the next one up the road is Plevs.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like those Inters are just nowhere near there yet, as DRS, I believe, is still enabled, isn't it? So, I mean, keep going around and hopefully this rain starts to pick up a bit more, as I feel like it is raining a little bit harder now.
It does seem like it, but yeah, it's going to have to be a little bit more than what it is currently, because it's just getting cleared away by the cars at the current stage. And Vision now looking on Prince. And Prince having a bit of a nightmare on those hard tyres. Oh, there's a bit of a touch from Vision there. Taps Prince in the rear, and but he gets through. Oh no! That's Bags has gone round in the wall there. Oh, rest across the track. He's lost that front wing, and that is a huge damage for him in his race today. It's absolutely not ideal. It's going to cost him big time. And he's going to be trundling around nice and slow, trying to get back into the pits there on these tyres. What does he do now? Does he go on the Inters?
I mean, there's not many options you can do, is there? What do? Go on to another pair of softs and wait for the Inters to kick in, or do you just send the Inters now?
Yeah, it's a tricky one. I just wonder if the rain is just going to be super light the whole way and it's never going to switch over. We have seen that sometimes. It's...
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, that is the question. Of course, BP V8 strategy working out extremely well for him, as of course he is currently provisional P1 now. So, I mean, it was weird. Didn't look like it worked very well, but it's worked extremely well.
Then he's going to have to... Well, if we don't get this race interrupted by rain, which... still is not looking like it's going to happen. Then he's going to have to try and go for as long as possible, and then switch on to the hard, I guess.
Yeah, well, hard tyre go to the end on that, but I mean, everyone else still has to do a pit stop as well, so
True.
he's still definitely within it, even if it does stay dry.
Yeah, he's got to make hay while the sun shines on that soft tyre, try and gain as much time as he can on it, pull away from the other guys, and the battle at the front has sort of simmered down a touch there with the bags being out of the picture, BP being in the front pulling away, and the gap between Plebs and Prince with the tyre differential opening up, but Vision is also harassing the rear of that Aston Martin.
Yeah, we did see Master Jedi just then get lapped. Very unfortunate for him. Had a couple of little moments and tried out the Inter tyre. Obviously, Inter's not here yet, and is unfortunately doesn't have the pace to go around quick enough at the moment, and just getting done.
Yeah, what's happening here? Andre getting right at the back of Kiwi. I think he tried to go for a move into turn 11, and Roscoe's in the pit off that medium tyre. That's a few guys coming into the pits. Are we seeing a change to Inters from some of these guys? Seems a bit early for that medium tyre. Yes.
Yeah, Inters.
DRS disabled. Maybe that was the
DRS
opportune
disabled.
moment.
Inters, are they finally going to be switched on? Master Jedi might be able to unlap himself.
Bit of a clumsy move from Vision there, making contact as he passes Prince on the inside there. Yeah, I wonder if Prince will have some questions for the stewards at the end of that. After that move, we'll see. And yeah, Vision up to P3 now, but I think it is. Well, we'll keep an eye on the pace of those Inters if you can, Tent, for us, and see how they go on their outlaps. I'll keep an eye on this battle at the front.
Well, Roscoe is most certainly catching Seb, I can say that, and he looks pretty comfortable on him, so it does look like it is Inter's weather at the moment. Ooh, bit of a moment there from Roscoe as well. That gave me a little fright. Ooh.
It doesn't really look like there's that much water, does there still?
No, but this is this damn game, isn't it?
Makes no
It's
sense.
bad. Yeah, I know.
The front
Soft.
group are not coming into the pit lane apart from Spicy and Kickbutt, so do they think that it's still okay?
I mean, if I was the driver and I didn't have any external information, I'd think it was still, I'd think it's still dry. I'd look at the track and be like, look at that, it's dry. The circuit's not even wet.
It is bizarre. Maybe some of the guys are having that glitch where it's actually more wet than it is, and some others having when it's less wet, which is quite frustrating.
Extremely.
Let's have a look at this little battle. Spicy's come out behind Seb, so we'll see straight away, hopefully, which tyre is the one. Hopefully we'll see which is the one to be on. But currently, it does look a lot more wet now from that camera angle.
Yeah, the track is slowly but surely starting to get a little bit wet. Oh, a bit of a moment there for Roscoe Arm as well, as I was just riding on board with him.
It's holding on though, is Seb, on that medium tyre. It is kind of confusing. Which tyre is better?
Just at the moment, I do think the it's Inter's tyres at this point.
Definitely see through this section. Yeah.
Race leaders still not pitting though.
Yeah, Spicy seemed to have a bit more grip through the high speed chicane over Seb. Who's that? That's gone around.
I believe that might have been Buster.
Letting someone past, I think.
Oh, yeah, no, it was actually probably Master Jedi letting people through.
Buster's into the pits off that hard tyre. Careful on the pit entry there. A little bit of loosey-goosey coming into that section. And yeah, Seb also choosing to come on, but the leaders, you're right, still hanging it out there. Oh, well. There's another curveball into this one. Crazy Kiwi there. Sitting in a pretty good position on that, in the Haas on that soft tyre also. Not too big lift for him through that corner there. It's just... He's still going for it though. It doesn't seem to be as timid as I would have thought, considering how potentially wet it is.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't know. As much as I want to say it looks wet as hell and there should be pitting or whatever, or it doesn't look wet, and they should be pitting. I just can't trust this game. Had
Yeah,
too many moments where it's been rain, it's been dries, or it's been dry and it's been wet. Yeah, good old game, isn't it? I think
yeah, we're
BP's staying
confused
out
in the
as well.
box.
So
We're
is
quite
Plebs.
confused.
Why are we not seeing people
Whoa!
boxing? What's going on?
That's
Who's
the wall.
that around? That is kick butt.
He's lost his front wing. But, yeah, I was just riding on board Roscoe and he's not moving yet. Why is he? Is he waiting for cars? What's happening here?
Can't find the gear.
Apparently, no, he's just waiting for the guys to get through. He's doing he's being a bit overly nice there, I think. I don't think he needed to wait that, and that's cost him a huge amount of time. And but off he goes. Front wing damaged, and in the pit lane he'll be. I did.
Oh, he's gone again. Hit the rear wing really hard on that wall.
Yeah, I did catch that on the replay cam here. As I was watching Roscoe, he got too much. He got on the grass and then straight into that wall. That's a classic. That's a classic. Curb and then the wall.
There is another car around. Who was that? Oh no, it wasn't another car around. It was just. I think it was just Master Jedi.
Well, Bompton's on that medium still, and he's
He
just
is
been
still on the
overtaken,
medium.
I think, by an Inters runner of Spicy. We got a lapped car behind him to confuse us.
Yeah, the
And
Inters
then-
are definitely quicker.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. These guys. Have you been keeping your eye on the gap between the Inters boys and the Slick boys?
Yeah, I have been just keeping
Is it
a
coming
general
down?
eye
I
on
haven't
it,
been watching
and,
it. Is it coming down?
I mean, just the Inters guys seem quicker. They just seem to be constantly catching these soft runners.
Prince. Oh, Prince has got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That is not good for him in this fight, and he is the first of the leaders there, the leader pack, we'll call it, to be on the Inters now, changing onto that. So this could be, well, he's got to do a big job there, making up that penalty.
Oh, well, look at the time that he's lost to Spicy.
Huge.
Prince was ahead of Spicy, and Spicy is now so far ahead of Prince.
Yeah.
Maybe the drivers think that it's going to go back dry. Maybe it's supposed to dry back out, and that's why they're sticking it out.
Yeah, but
I'm very confused.
Yeah. It's quite slow on this outlap on those Inters. Yeah, I think you're right. I think maybe it was supposed to be a short shower, and they're sort of hoping maybe but it's got to stop raining very soon. If that's what they are doing, because they're losing a lot of time. Like I said, Spicy's actually ripped out 2 seconds, I think, in the last lap on the guys in front. So yeah, a bit confused as the strategy choices from these guys. Some big gaps at the front also.
So we have to trust him. I think finally, I know it's a different driver, pitting kick, but retiring from the race after being lapped. I mean,
yeah, he had another
fair enough.
mishap. I think he's got another new wing. Hopefully that car doesn't come out. Yeah, it just disappeared in the pit lane. That's if you're gonna pit quit.
The pits.
That's how you do it.
I pit quit before I went into the box. My car still went out on track.
Yeah.
Which wasn't very fun.
Take home message: don't pit and quit.
Unless if you're a lap down, then I won't judge you.
They need to change that. Want to be so.
Oh yeah, they need to let lap cars through at safety cars. Why don't we have that
people wouldn't
feature?
pit and quit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You'd actually stay racing, because then you'd actually. It's
Have a
silly.
chance. Yeah.
It's just this game, isn't it, man?
Okay, I want to see how these guys are surviving on this medium tire. How are they doing that? There's got to be something wrong there.
Oh, of course there is.
There's no way that there's no way that there's this
game.
much rain for these guys as there is this weekend.
I know. We're starting to get it look like we're going to get some standing water in a minute. Going to go full wet.
Yeah.
BP not pitting still, so I don't know. Maybe they know more than us. Well, I'm sure they do know
Plebs
more
is in.
than us.
Plebs is in.
Plebs is pitting. Finally, someone pits. Let's see where Spicy
stays.
comes out compared to that. Because
Well,
I
he's gonna
presume
come out.
Spicy is going to get him.
Crazy Kiwi sliding around in the final couple of corners. But it's still managing to get a ludicrous amount of power down for how wet it is. That's all I.
Yeah. Maybe that's why they're just not doing it. It's going to be close here between Spicy and Plebs, but Spicy looks like he's going to be able to get this done as, yeah, round the outside and is
Yeah.
completing that.
It's a nice job there with that undercut on the inters from Spicy. And how much further can he get up the grid? That's he's going to be. It might take a few laps for Plebs to settle in on those inters.
Well, if that's any indication, it means he will most certainly undercut, of course, Crazy Kiwi. He will get vision, but it doesn't. It means that he won't be able to get BPV8 unless he keeps catching BPV8 over these next coming laps.
There's Prince as well in the background there, just behind Plebs, less than a second now. So Plebs has got to get these get up to speed on the in the wet quickly, otherwise he could be at threat from behind from that Aston Martin. And who was that picking up? Prince? Was that Prince picking up another? No, it was Master Jedi, sorry, picking up another penalty. Not actually many penalties in this race so far, which is good to see. I think it's been good to see throughout. Whoa!
Whoa!
That was
Crazy
close.
Kiwi having a trip there, of course. Ooh, that was a bit sketchy, that one. But I'm sure he's going to get off those softs now.
Plebs might have some slightly discoloured underwear after that incident, because that could have been a very that could have been a game over for him there if he'd have collected him.
Absolutely. And yeah, well, two top runners at the moment still not pitting.
Just to manage to grab that one, and there you go. Oh, he was so close to the rear wheel of Plebs' Alfa Romeo there. It's, yeah, that could have been. Well, luckily it wasn't, and we're off we go.
Yep, still cruising around. Of course, this wet weather has made everything just settle down a bit more, as that is what it always does. But of course, we've still got some drivers pretty close together. Of course, Seb and Crazy Kiwi there. It looks like Crazy Kiwi managing to get that done and dusted. But yeah, everyone chilling out at the moment.
AlphaTauri boys, P9, P10 currently.
BP's pitting! He's finally come into the damn pits. He's given up on his escapade and he's decided, let's actually pit. Now the question is this: does he still come out in front of Spicy? And if he does,
so.
how close is he going to be? I think Spicy.
Easy.
Oh, I don't know about that. He is coming out of the pits at the moment. It's going to be close.
Calling it now.
It's going to be close. It looks like it's going to be a replay of what happened to Plebs. And he's got it. Spicy pulling the master plan here and managing to get everyone done. And of course, we've got Plebs here and BPV8 side by side. Plebs should have the temperature, so braking nice and smooth there. Managing to get that position there from BP as well. BP compromising his race really bad there by staying out for so long.
I mean, he's going to have fresher inters though compared to the ones around him. Only a couple of laps worth. Spicy, obviously, they're 7 laps on his set. A bit more worn, but it shouldn't make as much of a difference in the... I don't think they can really... Well, we've seen it before, but I don't want to say they can't make it to the end, because they proved me wrong last season with their
50,
lack of
what was it? It's like 50 something, 60 laps on wet tyres. There was no pit stop. That was mad.
But yeah, that undercut has worked nicely. And look at Vision as well. He's dropped right down the field of the order. P6 from that lofty height. Oh, BP's wide coming out of turn 11. Doesn't lose too much time, luckily for him. And yeah, Spicy strategy play of the day.
Absolutely, and a bit surprised he wasn't really feeding that information to his teammates straight away.
Yeah.
I presume they're not in the chat then, but yeah, I would have thought they would have been straight on the phone. Yo, get on the damn into tyres.
And no team communication.
Yeah. He has benefited so much from that.
Let's just see how that all panned out. There, Spicy coming in front of BP when he's come out of the pits, and Plebs also having a look and getting through and that's BP down lead into P3. And who's that that's gone round? Is that the Asterisk Jedi? Is he on the soft tyre?
Yeah, apparently.
Good on him.
Maybe he's run out of inters. Buster's retired! Got the crazy Kiwi. Oh, look at that. Just dropped it on that outside there.
Oh.
And Buster... Man, that
Again.
is a shame. So we do have a safety car. And yeah, that means... Wow, second safety car for this race. Everyone's going to be bunched back up again.
Ooh! What's the safety car doing there? You see that with Bags? Just take avoiding action as he went past the safety car. I think the safety car went to go and end Buster's broken car on the side of the road. I wonder if we'll pick this up here. Yes, it's parked up on there. And
Inside,
Master
yeah.
Jedi is going away on soft somehow. This is one. It's an interesting one too.
Who knows, mate? This game's a bit special, ain't it?
Prince is in the pits.
Fuck! Oh. Yeah, it is a bit like that, isn't it, Buster? Bit of a shame just dropping it coming out of that curb.
That's all good, Buster. You know, safety car spices it. Oh, he's getting rid of that 5-second penalty while there's a safety car, minimising the damage
lose
there.
So many positions.
Well, hopefully it's just a couple. I think he'll just lose the... Well, he's lost 3. Hopefully it's just this one. Is he gonna... Yeah, that's not too bad. That's not worked out too badly for him. Get rid of that 5 seconds now. And then we know he's got some decent pace. And he's still up there fighting it. It's still a long way to go. Not even halfway. So, you know, there's still plenty of time to play for it. At least he's not holding that above his head for the rest of the race. And yeah, GG's, Buster. Yeah, shame to see you go. I don't like to see it when we lose drivers. But, yeah, just going through a tough spell at the moment is Buster.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the only drivers as well to actually get on that inter tyre relatively early compared to the rest. Oh well, that's racing, isn't it?
Lap 24 of 58, safety car, second safety car of the day. Lost Spiddy, Kickbutt Kiwi, and Buster just now causing that midway safety car on the inters. Our race leader down to P7, pinning to remove a 5-second penalty, and a master tactician, Spicy Salami, with his spicy strategy, outplayed the field, and he's up in P1. Alfa Romeo P1, P2 currently. Will these guys team orders and hold station, or do you think they're gonna fight tooth and nail for P1?
I think off of the safety car restart, I think team orders hold their position, and then later on in the race, if they have the gap and they're not being harassed by other drivers, then I think they'll just go racing.
Well, I'm sure BP is going to want to pounce on anything, so they can't really afford to squabble too much, because, you know, they'll just open themselves up. They need to just break free, make that gap, and then worry about who's going to have that position. That would be the smart thing to do, but sometimes people forego that for pure entertainment value, which we don't hold it against them.
Yeah, Master Jedi coming into the pits as well, I presume, to put on a fresh pair of inters here.
Yep. Try how he ended up on that soft tyre, but off it goes, and he's serving this penalty also. There he goes. Unfortunately, he's up, down at least one. It's going to be unrecoverable, unfortunately, but props to him. He's still going. He's still going. What we like to see. And whoa! Did you see that?
No, I did not.
I hope I got that. Oh, everyone's stopping to let him go past, because that was probably illegal overtake. Vision going oh, banana cake, what are you doing? Penalty under the safety car. Vision absolutely sideways through turn 9. Managed to recover that. I really hope I call that. Yes, I did. Here it comes.
He's just testing the grip.
Here he goes. Whoa! On the grass there. Oh, luckily he was ghosted there. Because that could have been a nasty, nasty incident. Yikes. Yeah. He's on the grass there on the outside. And,
Oh! That is a beautiful little drift, eh?
oh,
Losing some positions for a little bit of a spectacular drift.
I just realised I wasn't silly of me. Here, have this.
Ah, I had a little.
I forgot to turn that on. You should have told me I didn't turn that on for you.
I did. I messaged you.
Oh, yeah.
It's
I don't
alright.
look at my messages when we're going.
I got it on my phone. I'm just chilling.
There we go. There we go. Now I can keep up with my crazy replay shenanigans live. I'm sure the safety car will be in this lap. Done a few now, and Master Jedi will have caught up to the pack, but unfortunately still be, I think, that lap down, so really going to help him too much. Hopefully Vision, yeah, he lost a couple of... No, I think he got the places given back to him after that, so luckily he got away with that. Hopefully we'll watch again. Hopefully he doesn't do the same thing around here. I'm sure he'll be very careful and gets through that safely. And pretty good position currently for the Williams boys too. P5 and P6 from Andre and Vision there. Good race currently for them. Safety car in this lap, as I suspected. It's going to be all up to the spiciest of the salamis, to restart this race now. And again, I'd imagine he's going to be going pretty late. Yeah, not wanting to have out anybody behind him. I think he's gone now. Yep, around the last corner, chosen to restart it. Plays once again a little bit slow on the restart compared to the front guy. And look, he's weaving a little bit. Is Spicy struggling to get temperature into his tires. And just for a second there, I thought there was the rain had stopped. But yeah, the front pack already broken 3. Andre having a terrible restart there. 1.3 seconds already off the front pack. And I think Vision's going to be all over the back of that car as BP is all over the back of Plevs. Plevs gone a little bit deep into turn 3. BP looking around the outside, which is never going to work. But somehow he keeps his nose into it. Don't want to stick your nose up the inside of there either, because that's going to result in... yeah. Aggressive moves from BP there, but that has allowed Spicy to pull away and gives him a little bit of breathing space.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a bit of a shame there for BP. He did seem to have the outside, but just got pushed wide, unfortunately. It looks like he's going to try and close back up, though, to Plevs and attempt another move.
I think Banana Cake there getting through, also getting past Seb for P11. And this pack sort of... safety car for once doing what a safety car is supposed to do and sort of gently restart the race. It's a pretty tame restart at the minute, but I think BP is going to be hot on the heels of Plevs then. Plevs is caught back up to Spicy too. And yeah, I think once again those guys cannot be doing fighting because it's just going to cost them with BP hassling the back of them. But I do get the feeling that Plevs has got a little bit more pace compared to his teammate.
Who knows really? I think they're probably about even myself at the moment, but it looks like who is this? Vision and Andre having a little bit of a tussle at the moment, getting nice and close to each other. Is Vision going to be able to attempt a move? Of course, Prince is just behind them as well. They both know that they're very quick, so they got to make this move nice and quick before Prince attempts to move on them.
Oh,
Vision picking up 3 seconds
as well. That's not going to help him at all in his charge. And yeah, remarkably, there's not too many guys with penalties at the minute, which is good to see. They've sort of polished up their driving a little bit. And look at the overspeed here. Just got to back out of it. Not quite close enough to make a move.
Yeah, looks like he'll get a much better exit though, and he's on the airs up the inside here. This move should be completed before this corner. It looks like Prince is going to try and follow through as well. Down the inside here goes Prince, managing to get that position there as well from Andre.
Yeah, that was quite costly for him, dropping down 2 positions there. But Vision and Prince need to sort of get through this pack and back up to where they were before, because they've lost out quite a few positions from the various shenanigans we've had so far.
Yeah, absolutely, and of course that move there from Prince, I feel like was a pretty essential move, as he doesn't. If he stayed behind Andre there for a little bit, Andre could defend it a bit more, and therefore he would have just lost that, lost out there a lot, and wouldn't have been able to stick with Vision.
Pretty close as well between P8, Lane, Bompton, and Crazy Kiwi and Banana K-Pie all there. And there's Sebs all over the back of Bags as well. Little battles happening throughout this field as it's been bunched up by this midway safety car we've had. And yeah, just sort of holding station at the front, the guys are, between Spicy, Plebs and BP.
Yeah, well, it is still Inter's condition, so I mean, it makes sense why they're all just trying to chill out at the moment, keep it nice and clean, and make sure they get to the end. Although I feel like it is raining less now, so who knows, maybe we are starting to dry back out.
Well, certainly make it very interesting if it goes back to dry, add an extra layer of spice to this race. Already very spicy one at that, and Bompton's getting very close to the back of Lane.
Plebs into the pits.
Wow, that's
and same with Roscoe. Plebs and Roscoe into the pits. Are they going on to softs? Oh, I see some softs out there for Roscoe. I see some softs out there for Plebs. They're both onto soft tyre compounds. So I would presume that is, as I said, it is looking like it's going to dry out. Testing out this tyre. Maybe we're going to be switching back to softs sooner than we thought.
No way. It just... Oh, he's gone straight off the track.
I mean, the tyres are cold though. The tyres are cold coming out of the pits. We don't know if they're good yet. You got to remember, they're going to be cold to start off with. So this isn't representative just yet. We've got to wait for Plebs to get these tyres warm, and then we'll be able to see if these tyres are going to be quicker than the Inters.
They're soft tyres though,
well, it has stopped raining completely. It's not raining anymore at all.
Well,
the rain is gone. Track is still wet though. We will see.
You're right. The rain is just has Plebs pulled a spicy.
Yeah, that is the question. That is the big question. Is everyone else going to come into the pits? All of a sudden, of course, Plebs' tyres are still going to be a bit cold now at the moment. He doesn't look like he's too bad on them though. He seems pretty comfortable now that they are a little bit warmer. No one else really pitting at the moment. Not the two. Oh no, 2 leaders are boxing as well. I presume we're going to see the entire field here pit onto these soft tyres, and we might see what happened.
Lane having an absolute nightmare through the final corner, and just could not get the traction down. I think that's...
Couple drivers are pitting.
Yeah. We're going back onto the... that just came so quickly, that change in weather, and the track is drying out pretty rapidly too. But I think
and I'm surprised Prince didn't pit.
Yeah, I think that's a big mistake there, because these guys now...
Webb's not really gaining, and I think he actually lost out there to his teammate, didn't he?
I mean, I'm surprised that BP came out in between the two of them as well. Yeah, it somehow hasn't worked out for Plebs at all. That outlap must have been a bit too slow. Must have been just a little bit too wet for that tyre. But all these guys now on the softs there. Roscoe picking a penalty. This is going to be BP looking at Salami.
Yeah, absolutely crazy. Kiwi's binned it. He's in the wall. He's DNF, but... Oh, it's a safety car as well. Another safety car, and BP had to pull out of that move there on Spicy Salami.
This could really mix things up now. This could mix things up now, because everyone's going slower. The guys that haven't pitted yet will be able to pit, and potentially... Well, we'll see what the gaps are. They could potentially remain ahead. It's going to be close.
Yeah. Is Prince going to be able to pit and sit in a nice position here?
Yeah, let's not forget, because they're all going slowly with the delta from the safety car. You know, therefore the pit loss time is a lot less as it would be under normal conditions. I don't think it's It's going to be close.
Well, it's gonna be very, very tight. I think Prince might actually come out ahead here.
Yes.
Prince is gonna come out ahead here. Look at that.
That has
Oh,
worked.
Prince getting very lucky by the looks there, and I mean reclaiming his provisional P1 position.
Yeah, and what's worked out nicely for him has worked out absolutely terribly for Vision down in P11 with a penalty also for speeding in the pit lane, and that's completely
Yeah, and it looks like Seb also serving a speeding in pit lane there, putting back on the hard tyres. Of course, we got the duo team, Seb and Prince, the good old older brother and younger brother team.
Yes, that has that's certainly turned it around. This is this has turned into such a topsy-turvy, spicy, all over the place kind of race, and yeah, Crazy Kiwi. That was turn 5, wasn't it? Probably again. He was just out on that fresh soft tyre, and probably the same, pretty much exact same thing I'd imagine as was it Spitty? Yes, going around that I would imagine. Did you catch that?
No, I didn't catch it, unfortunately. Just missed it.
It's unfortunate for him. I just wonder, was going on the soft tyre the right call though? They're not going to go to the end surely on that soft tyre.
I don't know. Maybe the rain is going to come back again. Who knows? Again, all we can do is just sit here and look at the races, and they'll be like, "Why are they on that strategy? Who the hell's know? We don't even know what the weather's doing."
It's been a very Melbourne day, hasn't it? Here at
oh yeah,
at Race Spec Endurance.
We just need a bit of sun, don't we? We haven't had much sunlight.
And then maybe some snow to finish off as well.
A bit of snow.
All 4 seasons.
Don't get snow in Melbourne.
You do.
No.
The Dandenongs, you do.
In the interesting spots. Hurricane.
On the hard tyre though, and we've seen how well the hard tyre warms up. Not. So a bit of a risky strategy for him. I mean, the safe one in terms of going to the end without any curveballs thrown in there. You'd presume the medium would go to the end?
I would presume that, but
the soft, I'm
who
not
knows?
Sure.
The soft, I would presume
Plus,
no.
I don't think they have any. They wouldn't have any fresh softs left either, having probably used 3 in quali and then the final one.
Yeah.
BP already used that soft tyre, so could be a little bit more strategy left to play out in this race. Yeah, Plebs just, even though pitting early, it just didn't seem to work that time, did it? It was just too wet for him to.
Yeah, he went just a little bit early, unfortunately for him.
It's chaos indeed, Buster.
Yeah. Hopefully rain comes back. I want rain again, and then yeah.
Safety car in this lap.
Absolutely.
Seen BP's a bit of an animal on that soft tyre.
He has been. When is Prince going to go? Is he going to slow the field up a lot? He isn't going very quick. He seems to be going a bit quicker than he was last time, though. Obviously, really weaving by the looks. He's trying to get his tyres nice and warm.
Back in, really bunched up now. 13 drivers left in this race. About to get going again for the 3rd time today. Is our race leader going to take it away? You'd think at this minute, this precise moment, it's advantage BP on that soft tyre. And I think he's gone now. Yes, he's gone. BP a little bit further back. Plebs once again even further back, and not having great luck on these restarts, and off they go, and it's going to be key for Spicy Salami to just hold on to, and yes, they're all weaving, trying to get temperature into their tyres, unsurprisingly, and definitely BP to watch here. And we've got in the back here Lane also looking for a move on Andre. He's on that medium tyre, and he's already been completely dislodged from the pack.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously wasn't the best safety car restart there from Andre, but everything seeming to be a bit settled at the moment, and I'm sure those gaps will start to close down again, and it'll kick off.
Can I just say I'm impressed by Master Jedi, who's still holding on there, even though he's 2 minutes off the... Oops, what's just happened there? What's just happened there? Did I just miss something? Yes, I did. That Spicy Salami and BP switching positions there on that straight before the chicane. BP looking for a move. It was oil on Prince, and he's flown straight. Oh no, they've tagged each other! Oh, BP's gone round. What happened there? It just looked like... Oh, he's going to have to wait for the field as well. And Prince, where's Prince gone as well? Has he got damage from that? He did tap him in the rear. And, oh, what an absolute disaster for those two leaders. Plebs there setting the fastest lap. It looked like he tucked back into, onto the racing line. And... it looked very close between him and Prince. I think he just cleared him, and then Prince reacting to BP's braking, he just didn't look like he did it in time. And
Seb's DNF'd as well out of the final corner. Safety car, I believe. No, that might be a VSC. Yes, virtual safety car at the moment, it looks like.
Yeah, he tucked back.
Did you get the replay?
Yeah, I did. I didn't get a great angle, unfortunately.
Oh, well, we'll watch it anyway.
Of this here, there goes BP now, around the outside, and I believe he just cleared... Yeah, I think Prince just misjudged that braking.
Prince has missed it, yeah.
And just totally missed
it.
That is really unfortunate. Yep. For BP there, and I'm sure the stewards will deal with that one accordingly when it gets presented. But, well, that leaves our two Alfa Romeo boys sitting very pretty on the front row. P1 and P2 for those guys.
Yeah, at the moment, of course, Prince is still there, and of course Roscoe is there as well. He has been pretty good tonight. Roscoe Arm being good to... He has been flying under the radar a little bit, but no, he's doing well.
Let's take a quick little look while we'd not got racing at the penalty situation. The boys had their Roscoe with 3, Banana Cake Pie and BP also, and Master Jedi. There goes the race. It's enabled, and Prince has completely got the jump on Plevs. Looking around the outside, it's going to be tight. It's very tricky to hold on to the inside of this one, going side by side. Plevs has got a better run around the outside, and through he goes. There's no way they're falling side by side through turn 5. And yeah, Prince had to jump on him, but then just could not quite convert that jump. Has allowed Roscoe to close up a little bit on these guys too.
Yeah, very nice little attempt there from Prince, of course, and I'm sure that will put Plebs a little bit more on edge and make sure to watch out for him.
Yeah, he's been a bit slow on those restarts today, has Plebs. I'm not sure really what's happening there, but look at that. Vision pretty much pushing Bompton through turns 9 and 10. And I think he's going to have a decent run in, but they've both got DRS. He's got the inside, has Vision, and through he goes on Bompton, taking P7 in the background there. BP also on Bags, taking P10. He's got a lot of work to do for him, and probably a bit of luck to try and turn that back around into his favour again.
Absolutely, it's going to be very tough for BP to catch back up from this position, but I mean, if anyone could do it, it is BP.
Setting the fastest lap, showing he's got the pace. He was lucky, I guess, that the safety car still bunched everyone up, so still in the pack. And there he goes already, making, as we see, double moves there. Banana Cake and BP having a little bit of a fight through that section. Riding a lot of that curb was Banana Cake Pie. Sitting pretty good in P9 at the moment on that medium tyre, which I think near the end of the race will be the stronger, better strategy. And look at that, BP pretty much just pushing him along through there. He's got the inside. These two once again clashing, hopefully without any incidents, as Banana Cake almost so very close to the back of BP. And whilst that was happening, we saw a change for the lead. Jesus, BP's just zooming past everyone. Bompton as well. He's making easy work of these guys.
Yeah, absolutely. BP doing extremely well at the moment, and I'll be just right back, Mr. Blackman.
Problem, yeah, Plebs there taking the lead of this race. Just wonder if that was tactical by the two Alfa Romeos, and I would get the feeling that Plebs would have to pit again. So maybe this is a bit of a different strategies going on between the two guys. But if Spicy can hang on to the back of Plebs and Plebs pull his teammate along and they can break free. There's Banana Cake and Bompton having a little... Oh, Bompton just squeezing through. Good job from him on that hard tie, T1 versus T2, I guess so. Yeah, this is true. Banana Cake, seeming to be struggling a little bit at this current stage because Bags is also hot on his heels. And I don't think he's going to be quite close enough here, but I'm sure with the DRS enabled in this next part might make that a little bit easier as you see Vision also moving up through. Let's see if this overtake is going to happen. No, Bags is there, still tucked in there. Vision through, BP also through. I don't think Lane was really fighting that much, but BP already up into P6 damage limitation. Pretty strong Plebs there, setting fastest lap in the at the front. So BP's still got a lot of work to do to try and catch back up, and he's been using up that battery. And whereas the guys at the front a little bit less pressure there, and has allowed Spicy can just keep on to the back of Plebs. They can just break free, work together, and break free of the DRS from Prince behind. Then that's definitely going to help their cause in this race, and they can sort of work their squabble out a little bit later if they've broken free of the other guys there. Roscoe doing a good job there, hanging on to the back of Prince. He's on that soft tie, he has that slight advantage, but for how long is the question. When that soft starts to go, that medium will just quickly just take over and be the better tie to be on. I think they've probably got another 10 odd laps in them, 10 good laps in them. And that, unfortunately for the soft runners, does not take us to the end of this race. So, still all to play for and see how that strategy pans out at the end of the race. And, oh, Banana Cake getting a little bit wobbly on that curb. That dangerous curve of T10, which we've seen already a few drivers suffer and fall prone to. But, didn't lose that much time, luckily for him. It's part of the lap. Couple of good battles going on up and down the field. No one really breaking away, which is good to see. Some close racing, even with the two different, as you mentioned there before, the two different tiers potentially racing here. But yeah, you're right. Spicy and Prince do look good on the mediums. I would put my money on them. I definitely put my money on Prince as well. He's been very strong. So. But don't discount BP. He is absolutely ripping through the field on those soft tires, but how long can he keep that up for? He'll let go eventually. But he's made an excellent recovery. Excellent recovery.
Absolutely, BP doing very well at the moment. Hopefully he can keep storming his way through this grid at the moment.
Yeah, I do probably expect to see a penalty of some sort come Prince's way for that incident before as well, so there's that just to keep in mind too.
Bags looking like he might be able to attempt to move here. Banana is the one who's attempting the move here on Bomb, and I mean, not anything coming out of it at the moment, but these three still extremely close together.
Yeah, they're having a little bit of a tussle, and I was just saying there's battles up and down the field all over the place, and what's happened there? Whoa!
Oh my.
That was strange. Did they both just lose the rear coming out of that final corner? It's what it looked like. Banana Cake concedes a position
back to.
Yeah, so maybe he realised there was a bit of a mistake on his behalf. Sportsmanship.
I mean, yeah, good sportsmanship, giving that position back. But yeah, a bit interesting there. I didn't exactly see what happened because I was looking backwards. I was on Banana looking backwards, keeping an eye on Bags.
Yeah, so We'll take a look at that in a moment, and we'll just see how this pans out for P1 though, because Spicy has really closed that gap down to Plevs. I just wonder if those hard tyres might be starting to give. I'm sorry, not hard tyres. Soft tyres are starting to give way a little bit, or just Spicy's had in particular a good lap. They're very good at holding on to their energy as well. I noticed some of these guys.
Well, I feel like that's the difference between the real good guys and the alright guys. The ones that are able to manage their ERS properly.
Yeah, it's definitely a skill. That and race smarts, I think, especially in these longer races, you gotta. You're racing for the long, you gotta be in it to win it. So you gotta be smart about what you do, and a bit of patience here and there will pay dividends down the road. So sort of heading into the closing step, Banana Cake's in the pit lane. I do wonder. I did see a bit of carbon fiber flying off, so I wonder if he's. See if he had a wing change there, if he took a bit of damage from that. Innocent, but let's take a look at that again. I think I just caught that. In front there. Yeah, he just gets a bit wide, and Banana it seems to be on the curb and just washes out. Also, so there's one there. I'm not sure what happened. And, I'm guessing just a bit of loss of traction coming out of that final corner. BP keeping Vision very honest here. He's been on the back of him for a couple of laps, and I think it's a matter of time before this move gets made. Coming down now, not going to be close enough here. Backs out of that one, and he's very low on the battery. Can he sneak one on the inside? I don't think so. Yeah, a bit tricky around that section. He's got to be patient, just wait for that. They're both low on their batteries, having used them all up defending and or attacking, and they have closed up to Roscoe as well, and that's going to make it very tricky for BP if Vision pulls into the DRS of the car ahead.
Yeah, absolutely, but BP still there. Doesn't look like Vision's going to have it at all here, unfortunately. And of course that backlog blinking. Is BP going to be able to close up anytime shortly here and attempt a move again?
I think he needs to just sort of reset a little bit. Although he's probably running out of time on those soft tyres. Really, I mean, they're all in the same boat there. Who's been looking after them the best? That's the question. And Banana Cake Pie in the pits again. Going on down here? A front wing change. I bet you he meant to change the front wing on his first pit run. And then here's BP on the move on Vision. I think caught him a little bit unawares. They go side by side through that section, and it's always dangerous doing. Oh,
Vision's off.
They didn't quite do it side by side, did they?
No. No,
it did look like they got through cleanly. I was on board with BP, and he was the one off the track. Oh, Back's getting all hot on the brakes once again, and really locking up and having to slow down. Andre looking for a around the outside, and takes that position there that he tried to grab. And there's Bompton as well having a look-see in the background of this little fight. And yeah, and I was on board with BP there, and he was the one on the curb, and it appeared to me that Vision had the road.
I think they were side by side. I think BP lost the rear end just a smidge. Had to catch it coming off of the curb and tagged Vision. Is what I saw.
That would probably make sense. This battle here is definitely heating up in these closing stages of the race. 15 laps left. And, yeah, on the hard tyres, Bompton, that'll soon start to be coming alive, and potentially. Oh,
who's that? Roscoe's having a trip through the grass as well.
Same spot as before with BP and Vision. I wonder if seems to be BP overtaking people, and the one getting overtaken. Why is Roscoe nice and slow through?
He was pulling over, letting everyone through. I presume he has damage, doesn't really want to hold up their battle. Oh! He's had another moment there. That's a bit of a weird one.
Yes, once again, as we said before, getting on that grass, and then completely ruining the tyres. I wouldn't be surprised if he chooses to come in and get off that soft tyre. Tyre is done. That promotes the other guys up.
We've only seen a driver take the soft 16 laps at the moment in this race. It looks like there's another spin. Andre having another trip. Oh no, that's not Andre, that's Mustard Jet. No, it's Vision. Vision having a trip there.
Soft tyre. Maybe that soft tyre's starting to let go. Plebs has just picked up a 3-second penalty. That is absolutely not good. That's going to be, I think, going to be crucial into the deciding factor of this race. And Spicy's got past him as well. We missed that. Spicy's got past Plebs. I think that soft tire is starting to let go. I don't think these guys are going to be able to take this to the end. I can't see that happening. They're going to have to pit. And yeah, look at that. Spicy's pulled away. I think that soft tire's done. BP is in the pits too. He knows it's done too. Yep.
Roscoe's having another moment. He almost got beached as well. That wouldn't have been good.
But BP electing to come in earlier rather than later on that, just to get rid of that soft tire. Who's that? That's Spicy has gone round. Oh no! From the lead. He's gone round on that medium. I thought the medium, was that just a mistake? I thought the medium would have been fine to the end of the race. They're careful here now. The tyres could be a bit cooked. We don't want to see him going around again now. That's thrown everything up in the air. And someone else has gone round.
Who's that? Vision.
Is that Vision again? Yeah, once you've done it once, the damage is done, and he's going to be lapped at this rate as well. How the mighty have fallen in this race. What's happening in these closing stages? Is that old, the ye olde fatigue that we see in endurance? They've been going a while now. Mistakes just coming left, right, and centre. What else is going on here? Is a yellow flag? Is that Vision getting out of the way? Yes.
Oh, Roscoe Arms DNF'd. Oh no, my ears retired in the pits. I thought he'd binned it.
Plevs is trying to hold on to the lead here. This is, he's got a penalty. I don't think he knows that. Is he going to try and hold him up for his teammate? Maybe. Maybe he's going to try and back him into his teammate, and because he's 6'7", because otherwise you'd think that Prince has got this one under wraps then.
Prince getting very sketchy there. I thought he was about to send it into the rear there of Plebs. Yeah, it's an interesting question here. What does he do? Does he stay behind? If Plebs isn't holding him up that much, so may as well stay behind. But if he is, I mean, you may as well send it.
Yeah.
Plus, there's always the possibility that he could get the pen removed, but I don't think he's worrying about that. It looks like he's going for that move already, and I reckon that move is basically done.
His downfall on the replay there, and
oh my god. It's just looking back there, and Plev's car absolutely just slipping, sliding through those corners. Yeah, you are absolutely right. Those soft tyres are giving out badly.
I think he needs to get rid of them now, because BP is probably going to be doing an undercut on him as we speak. And
oh, he's lost the rear, and there they go, and he's touched the wall pretty badly.
That is an absolute. And his teammate goes through him. It's just
into the pits he goes.
Just that too little, too far, and yep. Hopefully he doesn't speed through there as well, and I think that's and that means BP will come through easily. I think ahead of Plevs. He's going to have a wing to change. Yeah, no problems. Not even.
It looks like, yeah, Prince should have a pretty cruisy race now from until the end.
Yeah. Of course, well, I'd imagine there's probably a penalty for that incident coming his way for post-race penalty. But
what do you reckon he's going to get?
I mean, if he keeps going at the pace, he's probably still good. I think on for that, barring any incidents. What about Lane, though? Lane's had a quiet race. The Red Bulls, look at that, bags after all the shenanigans that he's had. they're both
Yeah.
3 and P3 and P4 after all of that. So just shows, you know, you just keep in there and you'll finish well and keep it out of the wall. But I'm a bit worried for Lane on that soft tyre after we've seen so many people struggling on it.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried as well. He is getting to those laps where those drivers were having some serious issues with him. And what was that? It looks like BPB making a move there on Andre as well.
He's staying out. He's staying out. He's got to... Yeah, I mean, if he pits now, he'll drop down, he'll tumble down the order. The guys are close behind him, but he does not want to get tangled up in an incident with the guys behind him because, yeah, that's just going to encourage a mistake. I think if he starts fighting too much on that already destroyed tyre, I think that's a car letting people past. And,
Yep.
I mean, what can BP do? Probably P3? At best?
I mean, all the cars are pretty close. I don't know. What are the pen situations I think with
Let's have a look at
Squishabert? I think
P3.
no, I think P4. P4. I don't think he's gonna be able to catch Lane. Lane's 9 seconds ahead, isn't he? Oh no, that's plus 9 to
that's
the other cars.
between
Yeah,
us, right?
P3. My beat.
Where did you
Bit of a
learn
long
to read
one.
a timing sheet?
Never.
Bit of fatigue creeping into the combox. It's not just the drivers. We
Ready for a nap.
and there've been no super duper action, so.
I don't have any. I need to pick up some Super Dupers. Surely they got them in stock.
Ah yes, Roscoe. From that replay that I played earlier, I thought he might have touched the barrier when it went in backwards, and yes, he did take rear wing damage, and that's why he was struggling so much.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Rear wing damage is pretty. Once it's just you're pretty
It's
much
horrible.
done. Yeah,
It's yeah.
undrivable.
That's a pit and quit one as well.
Yep.
Because as much as I'm like, no, don't pit and quit, and those ones I'm just like, yeah, you can pit and quit.
Yeah.
Lap down, rear wing damage, yeah, you can pit and quit. It's okay.
There's two things I think that they probably need to look at in terms of balance for.
Oh yeah. Oh, who's that? Banana. I think
Okay.
Banana is around. Yes, he is.
Oh.
Oh, no front wing as well.
P squeezing through the Red Bull on the inside. It's going to be double Red Bull overtake, I think. Oh, around the outside, this is going to be tricky. I think this is asking. Oh, Lane's very leaves him a lot of space there. That was
Yeah.
very aggressive from BP. And I think if you're driving against somebody else,
Lane letting
then,
through his teammate as well.
yeah. Well, his tyres are going to be cooked on those. I'm just amazed
yeah.
he's still going on those soft tyres.
Who's that as well? Another spin. I think that's Vision as well.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised he's still somehow on that soft tyre and not put it in the wall.
I mean, maybe that's the goal. Maybe that's the goal. Stay on the soft side, put it in the wall, just be done.
Let's take a look at the play that I saved up. What happened to Plebs here? Why he's down where he is, losing it on the pit entry into the wall for him down to P8. But he does have fastest lap, small consolation prize.
Yeah, that's.
Well, yeah, there you go. P3 already. That happened a little bit quicker than I was expecting it to.
Yeah, but yeah, what, 11 seconds away from the next guys. I don't think he's going to be able to catch him in time.
Not enough laps.
Although he might be able to
unless
catch a little
something
bit, yeah.
happens, yeah.
Vision into the pits, getting another set of softs. So finally pitting, getting off those, I assume, because his front wing was gone. So yeah, new front wing.
Some inside information there from Roscoe that BP is running low wings. No, we didn't know that.
Yeah.
And that'll probably explain that absolutely killer straight line speed.
Oh, I
from him.
suspected it. I was sitting here thinking, oh yeah, no, BP's definitely got low wings. He always loves the low wings, BP.
High speed.
No one
AV
is probably
overtakes.
running single digits.
Hey, how?
Ooh, who's that as well? I think that's Vision with his new fresh softs having another trip.
Nightmare. From the lofty heights that he started off, this
Oh.
is a race to forget for him. I'm going to keep an eye on that gap between BP. I don't think he's going to have it, but it is going down.
No. It's going down, but he's not going to be able to catch. It's too big a gap at the moment, unfortunately. Poor Vision, having a shocker race this race. Shocker won last week as well after it's doing so well. It will come, hopefully.
Yeah, Plebs could still make a P5 or P4, I reckon. I don't reckon it's not off the cards.
I don't know.
There's not many laps left. If you, I mean,
Not too
Bompton's got
many
12
laps.
seconds of penalties, so that's already... Everybody else is on 3, so they're level pegging. And he's on that soft tyre versus 20 laps for Andre and Lane. So
Yeah.
he's going to have a considerable pace advantage here. Doesn't have much energy to play with. That's his only downside to that. But 5 laps, I think he can. I think he can do a P5 at least. BP.
Yeah, P5 for your hands on table. He's going to look for a move here on Andre, of course, up the inside, using a little bit of some DRS. Going to be late on the brakes and make that position. Here's nice and easy for him there. Now he's got to hunt down Lane as quick as possible.
If BP just picked... I don't think it'll matter by the end, but he picked up another 3-second penalty, and Bags is 3.4 down the road, so if he can hold on to that 6-second gap, then that is a podium position for Bags.
That's if he can do it. It's going to be very tricky for him to do it, as BP has been mighty quick this tonight.
He's dangling a carrot for Bags, something to fight for in this closing stages of this race. The Plebs is all over the back of Lane. I'm just impressed how well Lane is doing on those tyres. Everybody else has binned it, apart from him, and he's gone longer than anybody else as well. So he's wielding some magical tyre powers in that Red Bull.
He's in Perez's car.
It's been a topsy-turvy, all over the place race. Who's that? Who's that Vision again?
Yep, that
Lane's
is
in the pit. He's in the pits. Oh, so
Into
close
the
to the
pits.
end. So close.
Get off them. Maybe he's
Don't
getting
trust him
close to
myself.
puncture territory.
Yeah. Onto the...
Or he's going to go fastest lap.
Zoom, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Plebs have got a lot of work to do, I think, in these last couple of laps to try and close that gap down. I think it's going to be pretty tricky. And Bags is doing well holding on to that. But yeah, it's been a all over the place race today if you've been with us from the start. We've been through at least 3 seasons of Melbourne weather here today. And you wouldn't have thought how we started. Well, sunshine's out.
Yeah, we're
That's
what were we? Overcast, rain, sun.
We've lost 6 drivers. Spitty triggering that safety car to start. Keeper Kiwi. Buster also triggering a safety car. Crazy Kiwi. Cakebutt Kiwi. The Kiwi is all gone. Seb, and then finally Roscoe also. And down to 11 drivers who will all be scoring points today. And Prince, who put it on pole, didn't have a great strategy. Made some mistakes as well. But then he played his... Well... Did he play his card right, or did he get lucky with that final safety car, with that Inters?
Got a bit lucky, but it's racing. You need a bit of luck sometimes, eh?
They're back in where he started, but an excellent strategy played out by Spicy Slimy, I have to say. Who's that all over the track, that Williams? And, excellent strategy from Spicy. He absolutely deserved, I thought, P1, but he definitely deserves that P2 today. And, flawless, I would have said, apart from that one little spin, what could have been for him today. And it's not over yet, of course. Still a few laps left in this race as Plebs is hunting down Bopton for P5. Well, of course, Bopton's got 12 seconds of penalty. Still got the 12 seconds, so that's going to be automatic promotion. Can he hunt down Bags?
Well, that's the question.
He's not far.
Who's
Not
hunting
far
down
at
who?
Plebs is hunting down Bags. He's 2 seconds off him.
You still want to make the move though on Bomb.
Yeah, he'll make that on the main straight here with the DRS, I'm sure. He might get held up a little bit. Bombs on that hard tyre. Lose a little bit of time here, but Bompton's been holding faithful to Bags, which I've been surprised. They're on the same.
Doing well.
Maybe that medium tyre is just not as fresh as it was. Yeah, Plebs will have him here. Who knows? It could be some last lap
Could be a
action.
tight finish here from these two. Yeah. Not
Good
many
recovery.
laps left. He's still going to have that DRS, whereas Bags won't. So he should be able to get into DRS range as well. This might be very, very close between Bags and Plebs here at the end, as you said.
Yeah, good recovery from Plebs after that mishap into the pit lane entry. Bags has now dropped out of that 6 seconds of BP, so I think podium's off the cards for these guys, barring any extra penalties. And yeah, well, it's a fight for P4.
Absolutely, and yeah, Plebs is already real close. What does Bags do? That is a real question. Does he just let him through, try and attempt to move a little bit later with the DRS, or does he try and hold him off?
He's got to hold him off. There's no way he can retake him. I think
Look at the speed.
It's over before it even started.
Yeah, the speed there Plebs has is just too much. That was very quick.
I think he's going to struggle to on those old 26 lap old medium tyres. I think he's going to be hard pressed to keep up with him on those fresh soft tyres. And they have gone 8 laps already, but I think we'll see. We'll see. Maybe it's not all over. I don't want to call it too early.
I'm happy to call it pretty early. It's done.
Yeah, he picked up a bit of understeer there coming through the first section.
Yeah.
The car looked very lazy on those old on that old rubber. And
His tyres don't look great. Plebs is just gaining so much time through all the corners. Yeah, I don't think Bags is going to be able to stick with him. I think Plebs is going to drop DRS very soon.
Yep. Just keeping it. Just keeping it within touch currently. Yeah, it'll be one thing to keep up and the other thing to try and attempt an overtake. I think he'll be pushing hard though. He won't want to give this up.
Oh yeah.
If he just sniffs that one spot, that's enough. But yes, just through any of those where the grip is required and just dropping the tenths away from Plebs.
Yeah.
He's just probably going to keep it within DRS.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe not.
Still has it somehow. Bit magical, but yeah, that's still got it at the moment, and of course we are onto the final lap here.
An eye on this for most of the lap because I don't think we're going to see anything changing out the front there. Prince, yeah, it's been like I said, topsy-turvy race for him. Started off strong, middle was one a bit to forget until that lucky safety car came around. But at the end of the day, he's in the lead, 9 seconds, and excellent job from him there today in Australia. And Spicy Salami, the spiciest of all the strategies. He's done a superb job in P2, and BP has made it hard for himself today. He loves doing those extra pit stops, doesn't he? And fighting through the pack, just giving us some good action there. But BP is going to be there coming across the line in P3. But here we go, Pince on the final corner now. In that Aston Martin, comes across the line to take P1. Excellent job from here. Spicy coming around that final corner now. Going to come across the line in P2. Excellent job from in there. B just a couple of seconds off, but due to the penalties, are going to drop down a bit in P3. Plebs there. Also, a couple of mistakes from him, probably ruining those, but a good recovery into P4. Bags P5. And I think that Bompton's... I think he's probably safe there. I think is Bompton that time penalty. No, he's not. Shut my mouth. Andre there, P6 due to the penalties. Bompton P7 lane. Excellent job from him. Just couldn't hold on to that tire at the end there. P8, P9 is Banana Cake through the pit lane. That's the Jedi. Shout out to him. Well, he's in P10. He's ahead of Vision.
Yeah, Vision's had an atrocious end of this race, unfortunately
that.
for him. Yeah.
Master Jedi, you know, he had a pretty not a great start to that race, dropping down. But P10,
He's still got some decent points.
yeah, come on, look at that. I mean, that just shows you if you keep it in there, P10. I think that's congrats to him. High five, pat on the back. The other guy's binned it, but he's in P10, so he's got the last laugh on that one.
Yeah, very nice. Driver of the day by the game is BPV8. And who is your driver of the day, Mr. Blackmoon? As I don't really have one. It's a bit hard to choose.
I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards Spicy, to be honest. Just an excellent strategy calls and good, and he held his own there as well. He would definitely have it if not for that spin, but I think I'm still going with Spicy there. Good job from him.
Yeah, I feel like there are a number of drivers that could definitely take it today, such as Andre P13 to P6, Bags was P7 to P5, which isn't too bad. So I mean, yeah.
Lane's stint
Of
on that
course,
soft
Master
tire
Jedi
was excellent too, and Master Jedi. I mean,
Yep.
I don't know. I think they all deserve. It's no easy feat doing this endurance race and keeping on the track, as you saw by so many of the drivers not finishing. But good results from everyone across the board, I think.
Yeah, absolutely, and I mean, good job, everybody. All
There's
right,
your grid.
that was a tough race. That was a tough race.
Indeed, yeah, I know, with that weather changing there. Prince, Spicy, BP, Plevs, Bags, Andre, Bumpton, Lane, and Banana Cake, and Master Jedi rounding off the top 10. Then we got Vision in P11, and the rest of the DNFs there. Roscoe, Seb, Crazy Kiwi, Buster, Kickbutt Kiwi, and Spiddy. And that is going to be us today at Race Spec Endurance. And thanks all for tuning in. And thanks Tent for once again being my absolute legend of a co-com. Next week we will be in Abu Dhabi. Revise the updated Abu Dhabi. So yes, thanks for joining us, and see you next time.